Hello everyone and welcome to the GameTime Sports Show on the GameTime Sports YouTube channel and Duquesne Student TV. My name is Brendan Flatow and I'm excited to bring this new show to you all. This show will take place once a week and covers a variety of sports topics and new information. Each show will also include an interview with a college or professional athlete and coaches, so be sure to stick around until the end of today's show to hear our interview. First segment today is what I like to call the untelevised. In this segment, we will discuss some sports topics that may go under the radar of big networks like ESPN or go untelevised completely. And man, do we have a good show for you here today. The U.S. Soccer Federation proposed a new plan that would have a major impact on college soccer and college sports as a whole. Recently, the U.S. Soccer Federation and Next Gen College Soccer Committee, which features college administrators, professional soccer executives, and others, published a white page suggesting several adjustments. A white paper is a document that educates readers on complex topics and often argues for a specific solution or approach. The most notable suggested adjustments were making soccer a full academic year sport, reorganizing competition, and integrating a promotion regulation system, among other changes. U.S. Soccer CEO J.T. Batson went on the record saying, "This isn't about rewriting college soccer. It's about renewing it. The goal is simple. Keep what's great, improve what's not, and make sure the system works for today's athletes and tomorrow's game." These changes would drastically impact the 213 men's Division I soccer programs, along with the rest of the athletic programs at these schools. Many of these D1 programs produce players who go on to play in the professional ranks of Major League Soccer, the USL, and beyond. It is important to note that the women's game will be staying the same. These changes focus more on the men's game because U.S. Soccer sees the development of men's soccer players as much weaker than the development of women's soccer players. Traditionally, college soccer has only been played in the fall season, with teams beginning in August and the NCAA tournament wrapping up in December. The changes outlined in the white paper would shift the sport to be played over the full academic year, starting in August and ending in April. The season would also feature a winter break similar to some leagues overseas and now the MLS, who has recently adopted this model for the 2027 season. The proposed schedule change wouldn't affect the number of games played, as the white paper outlines that teams would still play the normal 18 to 22 games. The landscape of college athletics has changed drastically in recent years. One of the newest developments is schools changing conferences to better NIL money for their football and basketball teams. This change has created issues for other sports like soccer, who now have to travel further, raising costs and putting more time and physical impacts on student athletes. The white paper also recommends college soccer splits from the rest of the NCAA and adopts 4 regionalized conferences featuring 50 to 54 teams each. These 50-some teams would be divided into 2 tiers, with the ability of programs to move between tiers based on performance, effectively integrating promotion and relegation system. The top tier of each new conference would feature 2 divisions, 9 teams each, and the second division would consist of 4 subdivisions based on geography. Similar to the way it is now, in this new schedule, each team would play its divisional opponents twice while having some games outside of the division to complete the 18 to 22 game schedule. While the white paper focuses mostly on revolutionizing college soccer into its own entity away from other sports, it's obvious that the Federation wants to have more control over college soccer and the pipeline it creates. Among the key points would be the update to the eligibility rules for players, allowing those who have played professionally to pursue a college career, with pro clubs potentially funding their scholarships, as well as expanding opportunities for college players to play and train in professional environments. This would also allow players whose pro careers have stalled out to go and play college soccer. These changes will bring soccer to a similar state as NCAA men's ice hockey. In ice hockey, players will play in leagues such as juniors prior to college to give themselves the best chance to go pro. This is why ACHA college hockey is becoming so popular for college hockey players who've recently graduated high school. Currently, college soccer players are unable to train or play with professional clubs, but often compete in semi-professional leagues like the one called the USL League 2 throughout the summer months. For example, under these rules, Duquesne men's soccer players may have the opportunity to work out with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds of the USL, thus creating a faster process to go pro. While the plan is expected to get major pushback, the U.S. Soccer Federation hopes to begin implementing some of these suggestions by next school year. This past Saturday, College Game Day made the trip to Pittsburgh for the Pitt vs. Notre Dame game. I attended the show, and today I will be breaking down whether or not it's worth attending. First, let's start with the arrival time. This will vary based on location. For an on-campus show at a school with a lot of passion, you will likely have to camp out overnight to get a good spot. However, at a show like the one at Pitt, you can arrive around 5:30 a.m. and still get a super good spot to watch the game because the crowd won't be as big. In my opinion, one of the things that will impact your experience the most is the weather. While this is something nobody can control, you must remember that you'll be standing still for a long time, so dress accordingly. One of the best parts of college game day is the way the hosts interact with the crowd. They will embrace traditions of school, among other things, to keep the crowd involved. The hosts do a great job of producing the show both for the fans live in person as well as the fans watching from home. While I was very underwhelmed by the energy the Pitt fans brought, I would definitely recommend attending college game day if you have the chance. For this week's PA High School recap, we focus on Philadelphia, where the top-ranked Malvern Prep Friars traveled to Philly to take on the Springside Chestnut Hill Blue Devils for the Interac Football Championship. Malvern entered the contest as heavy favorites to win the championship for the third straight year. Despite the odds being stacked against them, SCH, a small school compared to Malvern, came ready to fight. The Friars got on the board first in this one behind a 4-minute, 7-play drive that resulted in a rushing touchdown from Minnesota commit Zeke Bates. Despite it being the first drive of the game, Malvern looked to flex its muscles and lined up for a 2-point conversion, which was stopped by the Devils. It was a quick 3-and-out for SCH on their opening possession, but after stopping Malvern on 4th down, the Devils were starting to bring the crowd back into the game. On the second play of SCH's ensuing drive, Holy Cross commit Liam Zimmerman found University of Buffalo commit Aaron Clark open on a screen pass. Clark took off running 75 yards down the sideline, making multiple defenders miss and scoring SCH's first touchdown of the game. On the Friars' very next play from scrimmage, junior Isaiah Moore punched the ball out, setting up SCH in Malvern's territory. The drive resulted in 3 points for the Devils, giving them a 10-6 lead. Later in the second quarter, history would repeat itself as Friars senior quarterback and Vanderbilt commit Jackson Melkonian scrambled for a first down, but was then chased down by senior linebacker Harry Cole, who forced another fumble. The SCH drive would result in another field goal, making the score 13-6 heading into the halftime break. After a scoreless third quarter, Melkonian found junior Jake Schuster on a 12-yard touchdown pass, which was followed by a successful extra point to tie the game at 13. Following another 3-and-out, momentum shifting to the Malvern Prep sideline, SCH needed someone to step up on defense, and that someone was senior linebacker Johnny Nozel. On first down, Nozel stuffed Melkonian on a run. On second down, he broke up a pass over the middle. And on third down, Nozel exploded off the edge to sack Melkonian for a huge loss and set up 4th and 13. After the punt, Zellman led the Devils offense down the field, and with 2 seconds left, SCH set up for the game-winning field goal attempt. With the season on the line, Malvern Prep's field goal unit came up huge, blocking the kick and forcing overtime. In PA high school football, each team gets four downs to score from the 10-yard line. SCH won the toss and elected to go second. It didn't take Melkonian and the Friars long, as he found senior wideout and Penn State commit Jackson Ford in the end zone on the first play of overtime. With their backs against the wall, Zellman took the Devils' first snap and scampered into the end zone to make the score 20-19. Following the touchdown, SCH head coach Rick Knox made the decision to keep the offense on the field. In front of a standing room only crowd, the game came down to a 2-point conversion, something that Malvern Prep failed to convert on the opening drive of the game. With the championship on the line, Zellman took the snap, faked the handoff, rolled out right, and found Clark in the end zone to give SCH its first championship since 2009. Now let's take a look at the key plays from this OT thriller, which was broadcasted live on GameTime Sports.
Action. It's a screen to Clark, just like we talked about. Here goes Aaron Clark. He's got a breakaway. Aaron Clark, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. The Devils needed a superhero, and Clark takes off the glasses.
I got the chills, Bostic. I got the chills.
What a play by SCH's very own Superman.
When you need a guy to come up, Aaron Clark. Aaron Clark's that guy, man. We talked about in the pregame. Let's go.
This is what you need, a jolt of energy. On a QB keeper. Liam Zellman scampers his way in. Heavy blocking formation. Motion again to Clark. It's a play action. He has Clark. Touchdown! And that's it! And that'll do it! For the first time in 20 years, The Interact title resides at Springside Chestnut Hill. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. It's done. It's dusted. And they rush the field. Oh, my goodness. Aaron Clark.
What a game that was. To watch the full broadcast, head over to our YouTube channel using the handle @GameTime.Sports. The undefeated Dickinson Red Devils soccer team is poised for yet another NCAA tournament run. Today, our PA College Sports Update takes us to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where the Division III men's soccer powerhouse Dickinson is dominating once again. This past weekend kicked off the NCAA tournament, and the Centennial Conference champions were set to host rounds 1 and 2. On Saturday, it was North Carolina Wesleyan who made the trip up to the Commonwealth. The battling Bishops were able to keep it close for the first half, only trailing 1-0, but in the second, Dickinson exploded with 4 goals to earn themselves a 5-0 win. A key performer in this one was senior forward Saul Awoa, who netted a hat-trick in the 13th, 50th, and scoring in the 13th, 50th, and 68th minutes. Following the win, it was a quick turnaround for the Red Devils as they were to host Denison on Sunday. In a tightly contested game, Dickinson keeper Nick Porter was sharp again, tallying his second shutout in as many tournament games. Awoa's 16th goal of the season came in the 16th minute and gave Dickinson a 1-0 lead. Then, in the 65th minute, Ethan Jardin found the back of the net for his 8th goal of the season. With the 2-0 win, the Red Devils advanced to the Sweet 16 for the second straight year, where they will square off with the University of Lynchburg in Lynchburg, Virginia. On the banks of the Monongahela River, it was an electric atmosphere at Highmark Stadium. This is where we head for our PA Pro Sports Update. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds are a professional soccer team competing in the United Soccer League, better known as the USL. Following penalty kick wins in the first and second rounds, the Riverhounds were set to host Rhode Island for the franchise's first conference semifinal. Led by goalkeeper Eric Dick, the Hounds haven't allowed a regulation goal this playoff. In Saturday's contest, it was once again a defensive battle, but in the 55th minute, it was Pittsburgh native Robbie Mertz who scored the team's first regulation goal of the playoffs. This goal turned out to be the only one scored in the game, as the Riverhounds defeated Rhode Island 1-0, advancing to the USL Championship to face FC Tulsa next Saturday, 12 o'clock on CBS. Now we are going to be joined by Rowan Harrington from the Dickinson men's soccer team. Rowan played his high school soccer for Germantown Academy, where he scored the game-winning goal in his team's final regular season game, clinching the 2021 Interact Championship. While in high school, Rowan played his club soccer for top-ranked FC Delco before committing to play for the Red Devils in his senior year. Now a sophomore, Rowan's most recent goal came in Dickinson's Centennial Conference Championship over Johns Hopkins to clinch a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. Let's now take a look at that goal.
Nice ball there. Krim, Harrington, keep finding the ball at their feet. He'll do it again. Krim in open space, fouled, penal, penal, penal. Opportunity here with 43 seconds to go. And that ball kept taking friendly Dickinson bounces.
Absolutely.
And the man who received the foul looks like it'll be Rowan Harrington coming up to take that.
Giving our sophomore another chance to score. Harrington has 2 goals on the season. We'll see if we can make it a third here.
Now, Red Devils, of course, this is going to be huge for momentum going into the second half. If Ganem,
Absolutely.
Can
Up
pull off
4-0
the
at half.
miraculous, can save this, never says what that does to a team, what that does to your bench. Lining up is Harrington. He'll go the right way. Ganem, deflection into the back of the net. It goes. 4-0 in this conference thriller. Goal coming off the boot. Rowan Harrington. Absolutely huge. 43 seconds to go. Lopsided score so far. 4 goals coming in the first half. And
Yeah. You don't see that very often in a conference finals game like this. It's usually a lot closer.
the
Red
last.
Devils.
Pardon me.
Red Devils are having a lot of momentum right now. Hopkins is definitely struggling to shut that down a little bit, especially since the Red Devils.
All right, you saw the goal there, and now we are joined by Rowan Harrington. Rowan, how you doing today?
Hey, Brendan. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
All right, so First question here. What's the biggest difference you've noticed between playing college soccer and high school soccer or even club soccer for that matter?
Well, there's obviously the physicality, but one that definitely goes under the radar is the stamina of some of these guys. To get on the field, you have to be really fit. Sprint speed and long distance, you just have to be able to run. I see it now. Sometimes coaches will prioritize like a more fit player than a more technical, just because the physical ability to run back and forth, back and forth.
All right, and then you played for FC Delco during high school for club. How did playing for a club team like that prepare you to play at the college level?
Yeah, FC Delco was really kind to me. One thing I really liked is we would just come in, warm up, passing, and then we would just play. We would just play for an hour, sharpen our touches, and really create like a scenario of what you would see on a game day in training. So when we were in the game like that, we just knew what we were doing. We didn't have to think, and it just worked out smoothly.
You scored a penalty kick to seal the game for your team's win in the Centennial Conference Championship. First, from a team's perspective, what does it mean for you guys to win the conference? And second, for you personally, how did it feel to score that goal?
Yeah, well, it feels awesome because these guys these things they don't see. These guys in the off season, we were waking up at 5:30 in the morning to get our workout in, and it's those things that just mean a lot because team's really been a lot lately. They went from a losing season to now on top of the world, and for my goal, it was really easy because you have a team behind you, a defense that's really strong. Like we only let a couple goals in the year, so when you have that confidence, you're able to attack and not think about conceding and just play free. And that's really what it was. It was a little small moment for me to stand out, and I just capitalized on the opportunity.
You spoke about about standing out. Which goal stands out to you more? Your Interact winning championship goal on GAPC Day in high school, or that goal in the Centennial Conference Championship?
I think I'm going to remember both for the rest of my life. But I think that GAPC one sticks with me a little bit more because that one was for the win. I scored the fourth goal in the Centennial Championship, so it wasn't as impactful as the GA one. I'll give you that.
People who maybe don't know much about Dickinson soccer, what should they know about your team?
We're really like a family. I love all these guys. There's no one I don't like on the team. We wake up, we all eat together, classes, lunch together, and we train. And with training, you're competing with the guy next to you, and it can be a tough environment. But there's none of that. We all love each other. We're all family. We all work together. And that's one thing I think that sets us apart.
You mentioned family there. Your brother, Connor, who's a senior at GA right now, recently committed to play at Dickinson next year. How does it feel to be able to get back on the same field as him again in college?
Yeah, super excited for it. Me and Connor didn't have a whole lot of games in high school because he had a knee injury. So looking to get some of that time back, I'm really excited. Really looking forward to see what we can do on the field.
You guys are 2-0 in the NCAA tournament so far, winning your first two matches at home. What do you think of the team's performance this weekend?
Well, we work really hard. That's one of our things, hard work. Everything else will come. We just worked hard, kept it on both teams. And when that first goal comes, it opens up the game. We just do our thing, and we're 2-0. So we're going to try and continue that moving forward.
Just a follow-up question on that one. How did it feel for you guys to play these two games at home this past weekend in the NCAA tournament? How much fun was that for you guys?
Oh, it was awesome. I know last year we were able to the round of 16 in the Elite Eight. Going into this year, we had high expectations. We knew it was definitely possible for us to host. And then once we heard the news, we were just so excited to be able to sleep in our own beds and have to travel too far.
And growing up playing soccer your whole life, what are some of your favorite memories from soccer, whether it's like youth soccer growing up or even college soccer? What are some of your favorite memories?
You'd honestly be surprised. I think it's like the little things like after the game, being with the team, because we're all athletes, but underneath that, we're all humans, and just having fun, like off the field with the guys. I mean, there's a lot that can be done on the field, but creating connections off the field is something I definitely enjoy.
Last question here. What advice would you give to someone younger than you who's trying to play college soccer and they're currently either playing youth soccer or in high school?
I mean, the sky's the limit. Now, you have all the tools at your grasp, gym, field, good clubs, a good network, email, social media. So, I mean, if you really want it, and it's your thing, go for it. Go and head on, and don't look back. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure you get good grades. Make sure you get good grades.
Keep the grades up. All right. Thank you, Rowan, for joining us here today. That's going to do it for the GameTime Sports Show here, week 1 of the show. We hope you join us same time next week, and thank you all for tuning in.